Yo, when I tell you this thing sips power, it sips power. Let's talk about it. This is the TCL 3 Series 32-inch Roku TV, and I got it used for 50 bucks. Winning. If you're new here, I'm Ive. I basically make videos about powering things from the sun. I like to keep solar simple, but enough of that. Let's talk about the TV. So what you see I have here is my portable power station. This is how I power things from the sun. It's one of them. I have another one that's in the kitchen. This TV, it uses a insanely small amount of power compared to other TVs that I'm used to. This one right behind me is a TCL as well. It's a 55-inch 4K. This one behind me is a 1080p. And let's just get right into it. Turn the portable power station on, which will cause this TV to start to use about 6 to 7 watts. I imagine that's the draw that it takes to just be kind of like ready instead of being in standby mode. In standby mode, it uses about 3 watts. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Monitor power usage, 16 watts, 24. Now, the interesting thing that I want to talk to you about is these TVs have something called low power mode. And make sure you stay to the end to see how little power I can get this TV to use. I'll put the settings all the way down and we'll see just how much of a draw it can use on the lowest power settings possible. Let's talk about this. This is the brightness. You have a couple options, as you can see. I set it to bright because it uses about 23 on bright under low power mode. Let me see if I can show you low power mode. But when you go up to brighter, it goes up to about like, I think 28 or 27, yeah, 28. So I thought this was a good medium. I like about the 23 to 25. Now if you go normal, it goes down to 20. That 20 watts is about what I typically would keep this TV at if I was like truly tight for power and needed to like preserve things. I like about 20 watts. Now, I want to keep something in perspective. This monitor in here is an HP. It's just a monitor. It's not a TV. This uses 50 watts. It is a 25-inch monitor. So that's why I love replacing my technology with newer stuff specifically used, because this stuff uses more power and I like to sip power basically. I also have this Dell monitor here that I got for free off of the Facebook Marketplace. It uses about 13 watts. So that one and the new TCL that I got in here are about on par with each other. So I love this stuff, man. I have a monitor that usually sits over here that my wife uses. I got it for free as well, but it's an old clunker. Actually, I'll just drop some footage of it right here. I think it's a beast. Yeah. That thing uses about 150 watts. I hate using that one. Let's get back to the action. So we're back in here, 20 watts, normal. I'm gonna bump it back up to my bright setting, and then I'm gonna show you where low power mode is. I believe you have to be watching something, so let's just go to YouTube. Let's pull up my channel. Bam. Let's play a video and mute it. So you get these options over here when you press the menu key or asterisk or whatever. We got TV brightness, it's on bright instead of the brightest. And then there's this setting called picture mode, low power mode. I'm using 21 watts right now, 20. Let's cycle through the different ones and we'll just go to what normal, which is what most people will probably use this stuff on. You can see that jumps up to 30 watts. The highest that I've seen this thing use is 35 when I put it on brightest and then under, not on low power mode. You see it's using 35, 36, which even still is a little bit of power comparatively. Before we replaced this one, I had a TV over here that used about 130 watts as well, the same amount as that Dell monitor that's in the kitchen. Isn't that crazy? So now this one uses about it uses like 80, which I'm not happy about. It uses 80 when on an HDMI. By itself, without my Roku 4K that's under there, it uses about 50. with the same settings. It's on low power mode and the brightness is on kind of normal. So just for kicks, let's see how little we can use of this TV. All right, so we're gonna see how much power we can get this thing to use on the lowest setting. Let's go to YouTube. All right, right now we're on what I consider to be the highest settings. The brightness is up to the brightest level, which you can see right there, brighter. Now we're going to the darker setting. That's the darkest one. Then we're gonna go back to low power mode. Let's see what it does. There you have it, 15 watts. And this is watchable. I mean, look at this. A 32-inch TV using 15 watts of power on a portable power station that has about 288 watt hours of energy. You know, you lose some power. So you can run this thing for hours, man. Hours. And just a little tip, if you are actually without power, if you have movies on a flash drive, you can put them in here. You don't need internet. You can watch TV without needing any other power draw. Question, what's the lowest power draw item you have that kind of shocks you? This is pretty low. My monitor in there, like I said, uses about 13 watts. I was kind of shocked by that. It also has settings for brightness that allow it to consume less power. I think it maxes out at 20. Let me know down in the comments below, what's the lowest draw thing that you were shocked by? All right, so holla.